Hello, friends. It's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today we are talking all about delusion and really what are we deluding ourselves about in order to manifest the things that we truly want. But before I get into it, I just want to remind you there are several ways to work with me. There's one-on-one coaching, email coaching, the manifesting frequency group course and program, as well as now the ability to join the channel where we are kicking off with the Manifestation Book Club, live Q&As, and more. So check it all out. So today I wanted to delve into this delicious topic of delusion. So for those of you new to the delusion word or the manifestation community, it's literally a way that we've been talking about in terms of thinking more imaginative or having thoughts that support the way that you want to see your life or see your world, or even still a way of thinking about your life presently that has you living in the end. So for those of you that are familiar with law of assumption, the idea is that we assume the thoughts or we assume the state of having our manifestation, and then the manifestation appears, right? Because it's always there. But today we're talking about delusion, which is one of the methods that we often employ when we want to kind of ignore the 3D reality, right? The reality that's in front of us. And for those of us that are really on track with what we're manifesting, we know that it's simply a mirror of what we've been creating. No more, no less. But I really want us to kind of dig deep into this idea of delusion. And so I'm asking you to follow me today till the end, because I am truly building on, I think, an important concept that after you have the ability to see it, or rather unsee it, it can transform your ability to manifest right here, right now. In essence, creating a quantum leap. So when we currently talk about delusion, even inside the manifestation community, we always talk about delusion as the way we are thinking about the world that we want, the world that we want to have. The manifestation is here, right? And it's an idea that we're just allowing our imagination to just carry us away. Even I've talked about it, and I'll tag a couple of the videos where it's about us kind of, in essence, pretending. Right? Pretending that it's real. We're allowing our thoughts, our feelings, our belief systems to become fully in alignment with the wish fulfilled, the manifestation, the living in the end. So in this case, let me give you a couple of examples so you can, jump into this deliciousness. We are seeing ourselves perhaps in bed with our lover, right? Serving us this amazing food on this great breakfast tray, right? Maybe that is living in the end, feeling that wish fulfilled. Or maybe it is seeing yourself going on an amazing trip. Maybe you're going on a trip with your lover, somewhere amazing, fantastic. You see the beautiful Caribbean place. You see all of this majesty. Or maybe it's something just as simple as you getting a new job, right? Maybe you see yourself heading into work every day, buying lunch at a new spot, talking to these new coworkers, feeling jazzed about the conversations that you're having. And by doing all of this, by having all of these visualizations, imaginations, and even inner conversations, because of course we have to talk to people in our mind about what's happening right now. We're spending time writing all of it out. We're scripting. I'll tag that video too. We're spending so much time scripting and really enlivening this vision that we have of our manifestation. And more importantly, us being in it in a real point of view, kind of lived, embodied manner. All of these things that I have presented, all of these examples are ways in which we in the manifestation talk about delusion. We decide in our minds that we have a different outcome and that we are going to spend our time thinking about that outcome rather than focusing our energy, attention, and efforts on whatever is presented in front of us that we truly don't desire or no longer desire, right? But what I would like you to see today, and the goal of this video, especially if you've stayed with me this far, is that what if, just what if, the delusion is actually the 3D world? What if it is delusional to actually keep holding on to the past creation when that past creation doesn't serve us any longer? What if the delusion is actually buying into all the mirages, all of the kind of Maya that's existing currently? Or is it? Can you truly bank on whatever is in front of you? Remember, everything is always changing. The only thing that is definite or certain is that there is change. So whatever you're looking at today really is an impression of what you created yesterday. And in fact, it is always changing. So today, in this message, I'm going to invite you to see delusion a little bit differently. I'm going to invite you to maybe call delusion on the things that are currently in front of you. Maybe you want to shift and start thinking about what is actually deluding you or slowing you down from the definiteness of whatever you're trying to manifest. And that's existing in your 3D, in your imagination, in your world, your inner world. We're going to take some of this delusional activity and focus and attention off of the 3D, and we're going to flip it back onto ourselves and onto our imagination, onto our divine wisdom, onto our inner kingdom, the place at which we are truly creating, dare I say, our subconscious. We're going to shift that focus and thereby, I think, changing the definition of delusion. The last point that I want to leave you with is that maybe we should start thinking about the things that are delusional, especially as it relates to the 3D world and the world we're trying to manifest, the 5D, our wish fulfilled, is to start thinking about some of the delusions of the distractions that are coming to let us see that we're actually on course. Because if there's a distraction, that means that we are on the right path, that we're going the right direction, and that our manifestation is ours, right? Start thinking about the distractions and the denial, and dare I say, the 3D as the true delusion, because it is the one thing slowing you down from you realizing, and this truly is my final point, that you are the manifestation. Anything that tells you differently, I don't care if it's a 3D, I don't care if it's your best friend, I don't care if it's your lover, you are the manifestation. And anything contrary to that statement and being in that place of co-creation, that place of power, that place of oneness with God, the place of knowing who you are, your intuition, all the divine wisdom that's being poured into you daily, if you're not able to grasp that, then my friend, you are delusional. Because once we step into our power, we know that our imagination, our subconscious mind, our God within, our inner kingdom is truly all there is. And everything outside of us is truly the delusion. So it is my hope that this message has benefited your manifestation and that you are jumping brand new timelines with this information. I invite you to join this community, turn that bell on, subscribe, and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.